Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for a Healer Within Foundation live practice sampler. We're delighted that you're here. We're delighted to continue to bring these practices to you live, and we will continue to do so as long as we have volunteers like our volunteer today to lead practice. So thankful for those volunteers. We could not do it without them. For more online practice opportunities, including those offered by our presenter today, please check the list of virtual practice groups, or VPGs, on our website, healerwithinfoundation.org. You'll find that list under the Practice Group tab at the top of our homepage. Our practice leader today is Stephen Michael Pegg. Stephen is a certified IIQTC teacher, a lifelong student of life force, Qigong, and the cultivation of Qi, and he's been teaching for well over 35 years. He's worked with the Omega Institute since its founding in 1977, leading sessions and workshops, and for over 35 years, hosting their winter programs in locales such as the Virgin Islands and Costa Rica. He's also a teacher of Arts of Life with the Tracking Project of New Mexico, and we're always delighted to have him lead practice. I know he's got some special things planned for us today. So Stephen, I am so happy to turn things over to you, and thank you again for volunteering to lead us. Always a pleasure, and it's all yours.
All right, thank you. Thanks, Christy. So here we go. I think I'm popping up onto the big screen, perhaps not. Usually I pop up onto the big screen and I can see that, but don't see that happening here, but I know you're with me. So my style, my collection of forms are called Waterfall Qigong. Yes, I am trained as a teacher with the IIQTC, Tai Chi Easy training, all those things, as well as working with other teachers. I'm a senior teacher with the IIQTC. And before that was happening and during that time, I was already teaching. So it became Waterfall Qigong. So that's what I call my collection, my approach, my direction, it's a branding. It's not an ancient practice handed down from generation to generation to generation called Waterfall Qigong, but it is Waterfall Qigong now, with a lot of things that come from who knows how old some of them are, thousands of years old and hundreds. So here we go. I'd like to remind us to just do what's called a vertical alignment, aligning yourself and feeling the floor, feeling the earth if you happen to be standing on the earth, or the wooden floor, the carpeting, whatever that is, and feeling that as earth, as your root, as your connection, a way of connecting with earth herself. All right, feet, sides of the feet, balls of the feet, heels, and even the toes are lightly touching, and then the part that is in the bottom of the feet, just behind the balls of the feet, is called the bubbling spring. We want to kind of aim that in toward earth and sort of, in a way, kiss the earth with this soft part of the foot there, if you could kind of make that contact. And then we're going to just go right up to the top of the head, and imagine your head connected by a golden thread to a star that's straight above you. Well, that would be Vega, which is the star called Vega, which is right straight over your head at night. All right? So your star, not one that has to have that name, your star. Align yourself, and that alignment that goes right from that zenith point straight through your crown, down through your body, through the central centers, down into earth. It's called the central Tai Chi Channel. So as we continue to just feel that, we'll take a deep relaxed breath into the belly and exhale. Naturally, we know how to do this. We've been doing it all our lives, but we deepen and lower the diaphragm. I'm doing the movement with my hands. You might like to do that too, as if there is an inflation down here. And this inflation is not just like right there, but it's kind of round and into the back and into the kidney area. So we call this Dantian breathing because we're breathing into the lower Dantian, this zone inside the body there, and connected with Meng Men, which is in the back inside. Those are very close to each other, so we're breathing into there and into the kidneys. The back opens up, inhale. And the belly opens too. And of course, we're opening here as almost as if there's you could think of an inner tube closely fitting right in there, partly in you, that is inflating and deflating as we breathe. All right? Allow yourself to relax into a deep breath continually through our practice today. Now, the third focus, there's this physical alignment. Let's go back to the body for a minute. Keep your knees relaxed and open. Lock them for a moment. Unlock them. And then feel that unlocked feeling. You could just keep that position. You could go down lower. You're going to see me go lower and wider also. All right, but you don't have to do as wide, you don't have to do as low. Just keep the knees open. Tailbone down, that shifts that's called, one name for this thing where we drop the tailbone is taking a seat. Another name is smoothing the buttocks, right? Whew. Okay, not pushing out like this, but just dropping down, sinking down, a little more bend in the knees helps that to happen. All right, and then lengthening up above to connect with that thread. We talked about the golden thread connecting above. So we have a rooted thing, pulling down, dropping the tailbone down, pulling down as if there's a weight connecting us with earth, rising up, connecting with heaven. Deep, relaxed breathing, which automatically sends us into what's called the relaxation response, which is really a Qigong state. All right. And the third focus here, we have the body, the breath, and we go to the mind. Would you say the mind is here? Would you say your mind is centered more at the heart? Well, let's say wherever it is, let's focus on mind. Take your seat in the mind seat and adjust your focus to be here, to be present, to be fully experiencing the moment. All right. And now we've made our very simple 3 adjustments, but they don't go away and we don't forget about them. We remember to adjust, keep the body open and relaxed and also lengthened and erect, proud, elegant. Chin is back a little bit. Mind focused. Okay, we got all that. And your feet are shoulders width apart if they're not already. Let's bring them out to there. And we'll just do a couple of warm-ups. And today's focus is going to be with a practice that's called the 8 brocade. It's quite an old practice. Been around for some thousand, anywhere between 900 and 1200 years, something like that. Supposedly created by a commander of forces that protected a particular dynasty and keeping all of his people, not only the military, but all of the people in his domain, strong and healthy and well through simply following these routines. And they would also do a few things like we're going to do with his warm-up practices, such as turning the body one way and the other as if the arms are empty coat sleeves like a big overcoat over your shoulders with no arms in them. Fling those empty arm sleeves around your body one way and the other, turning so that they just fling and flop and fling and flop and fling and flop, one way and the other. And you'll notice that I'm kind of flinging the torso, turning the shoulders and the torso more than I'm swinging my waist. I'll leave that up to you. There are many different ways to do that. So I'm flinging my torso. Check that one out for a moment with a twist, not too fast, just enough to fling. And bring hand over the shoulders, another one, let it fall down on the top, on the trapezius muscle there. A lot of tension up in there. We store a lot. Knocking and flapping on that muscle there, and then go back to the waist. And let's do 2 up top, 2 down waist. 2 up top, 2 down waist, 2 up top. Last round here and finishing here. And now just unwind and come back to your standing. All right. Another kind of arm swing actually has a faster breath, and that's swinging up and back. So we swing, side view for you, swing up and back, swing up and back, and get a real nice free form. The arms come up just enough to bounce off, and they just kind of swing in a way almost of their own volition. But you can see I have a little bounce going here. So it helps the swinging. All right, and at this tempo, we're going to bring the breath in with in and out through the nose, or if you need to, you exhale through the mouth. In and out, in. We'll do 4 more. Inhale, exhale, in, in. Last one, in and out. Now, if you would, draw your hands palms up and turn them palms down with your breath. Inhale, exhale. Let's do 2 more of those. In and out. In and out. Now let's do 1 more to warm up. Excuse me, I just need to flip my timepiece over so I see it. And this one is thanks. This one is a sweeping up the body. This is coming from an old style. It's inside of the Healer Within, practicing in a lot of the forms and styles. You may know this, you may not. Sweeping up to the head and flinging outward, sort of upward. Down, sweeping up to the heart level and flinging outward. And then to the belly, inhale, and downward, outward here. Okay? What are we doing? We're ridding ourselves of tensions and blockages, things that might be in our way. I like to think we're clearing rooms in the temple of the body, the rooms, or the 3 sections. This would be the area in the temple or the body that would be the wisdom center. Let's keep it simple and say wisdom center, love and compassion and vitality and fortitude. Anything that's in our way, we sweep out and fling. Inhale with a vigorous, okay? Come up to the middle dantian. We're clearing the dantians. Inhale, exhale, dantians. Fields of elixir. Inhale to the middle. Inhale lower. Also called orchards of elixir. Inhale. Middle. Lower. upper, middle, lower, upper, middle, lower, again, faster, last one, and just shake a little bit, and let yourself fully relax and let any debris fall to the earth. The earth is recycling old stagnant chi into fresh and new. All right, good, ready to go. The brocade. Let's begin the practice with our feet together, near each other. Shift your weight to this side, open to the other side, stepping out. Hands with the breath rise, draw back, and settle. Balance on both legs. In and out. And a third one of those, taking your time, your breath in and out. Interlace your fingers lightly. Draw up. The 8 pieces of silk brocade. Full title, push up, press up, stretch, and release, looking forward. We'll do a few of these. Inhale, draw up. Press up, look up. Hold the breath for a moment. Look forward as you release and pull the fingers back. Reach your palms out. Relax and draw, gather up. Inhale. Again, holding. And release. And there's a little sink down that you could do and a rising up. Turning the palms upward, looking up. And release, exhale. Slight pause on the hold there. And up we go. And inhale. Exhale. We'll do one more of these. Inhale, slow and easy, holding at the top. A little longer. And release. As the hands are coming down, we'll shift our weight and step out a little wider. Draw up to a crossed arm position. Here. Next movement is shooting the bow, shooting the arrow. Like an archery, has everyone maybe not shot a bow and arrow, but I think most people have. So simply just sinking down and drawing the bow open. This side will pull the string, this side will hold the bow, and we pull and draw back as if there's some tension to right here. And we're aiming, and you can point a finger up to give you a sight. Okay, let's do that one more time, and then we'll roll through. Inhale, exhale, inhale, draw back. Feeling the tension of the bowstring, release, let the arrow fly, and the release hand leads us over. We step out and go the other way. Pull back. Don't worry about the breath. Pull back, draw the bow, feel the tension, release to the target, and soft release hand leads you over this way. Step out again as you cross. Rise up, sink down, draw back, open, take aim, release, and go. What are you aiming at in your life? Could this be an idea that you are aiming at this goal, this target? Draw back, aim, pull back, pausing here, release the arrow, and don't move until you see and know the arrow hit the target, all right? That's all happens in a short bit of time, but inhale, exhale, draw back, inhale, open that, pull the bow, open, aim, release, bullseye, and then shift, open, up, sink, down, draw back, open, inhale, release, and here we go. Let's do one more for good luck. Stepping out, crossing, sinking down, pull back, aiming the arrow, release, and go. Shift, up, down, draw back, inhale, release, and go. Now we don't pull back, we don't come back, feet together, we just go to here, adjusting yourself as you need to. Okay? Good. Next practice, next of the 8, brocade. 8 pieces of silk. Bring your hands to either face inward to the belly or face upward as if holding a ball here in front of your belly. All right? Here we go. Now just for a moment, the 8 pieces of silk brocade or the 8 brocade, many different names of this practice, but let's think about it for a moment. The silk in the name is an important part of the name. The silk is a fabric that's made of a very, very fine thread. And flowing, a piece of silk flowing in the wind is almost like a spider's web. So we want to move like silk, like a silk curtain, or a silk fabric, or a silk shirt or top, or something that you have on. So we flow like silk as we do the practice. A brocade is an intricate weaving of the silk. So the brocade is the elegant patterning that kind of reveals itself as we do our practice. Okay, our palms are facing upward. This side palm, your right side goes up, turns, faces upward, and presses upward as the other side presses down. Touching earth, touching heaven with our palms, sink down, change, rise up. A beautiful dance of the hand going up and an elegant and beautiful turning below. Press, stretch, come back, sink down, floating, rising, and pressing, and releasing, come back down. Sinking, beautiful dancing hand turns upward, pressing down, pressing up, inhaling. We'll do the breath on the next form here, the next repetition. Let's say we inhale, deep, relaxed. Inhale, pressing up, pressing down, holding, looking, and coming back. Exhale. Rising up. Holding earth, holding heaven. What if that was your job? Let's do it in a way that would be the best performance of holding earth, holding heaven that there could ever be. Got it? Yeah? Good. No pressure. and coming back. All right, and we're going to take a wider stance. So shift to one side or the other. Open out a little wider, bring the hands up and around, and rest them on your upper thigh, almost at the hip. The thumb could be below in there in the hip bone there, okay? Here we go. This one is called dog or bear, wags, swings head, wags tail, okay? So we're gonna turn, go over, swing the head around and shift the weight over, and then come back up to the center and sink down. Rise up, go the other way. We're at that horizon level, swing around, shifting weight, turning and coming back, sink down, in, breathing naturally, fully, naturally. Follow your own breath pattern here, sink down, and over. Chest toward the floor, turn, shift, rise, turn front, sink down. Rise up, here we go, one more time. Each side, one more time. Swing, turn, swing your head around, and land. All right? This is quite the bear here. And landing. All right, and now we're going to raise up, bring the feet a little closer together. And we're going to do a movement called owl. Wise owl looks back. All right. Simply turning the head and raising the fingertips up. We just turn the head, not the shoulders, and look back over your shoulders. Release the tension in the hands, look forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, draw the fingers up. Exhale. You might find rising. Look back over the shoulders, even down. It is instructed in some teaching styles that we come up over the shoulders, looking to the opposite heel. Wow, we can't really do that, but we try to send our eyes that way. Rise up. Wise owl looks back. Your eyes are open. Your eyes are open front. Rise up. Turn. Look down. Turn. Look forward. Blink your owl eyes. Rise up. Turn. Look back and down. Relax. Front. Let's do one more each side. We're going to take a little bit longer than 30 minutes today. Not long. Cruising through the 8 pieces of silk brocade. Good. All right, now gather around and down, brushing down, exhale. Out forward, inhale. Now the hands point toward each other, feeling as if we're helping, assisting something downward. And then we go back under the arms, go to the back and over the kidneys and down, over the buttocks, down the backs of the legs. And out over the feet, we're going to just sweep out, reach out, and then rise up. Fingers toward each other, coming down, under the arms to the back, flowing down. Out over the feet, reaching out and coming up. And down. Under the arms, over the kidneys, over the buttocks, backs of thighs. around and out over the feet. Here we go. Reach up, rise up, and down. Last one of these. Going down, sweeping up, and looking forward. All right, now as our hands come down, take a wider stance. You can do 1, 2. Make soft fists with the thumbs inside. We're going to rest above the hip, between the hip and the rib cage. All right? And our hands are going to slide, the forearms are going to slide right along here. Lots of benefits for these exercises. We give a little massage as we do this. Back here to the start. Starting with the right side, we're going to kind of punch out to eye level. Pop the hand open. Turn the thumb around. Swing the little fingers around as if we're gathering something and come back. Thumb is inside. Forward. Open. Thumb goes over. Little finger swirls around. All the fingers grab the thumb as if we're bringing something back, right? Along the side. It's like a punch, a slow motion punch. Pop open. Thumb over. Little finger around. It's a dance, right? Moving like silk. Here we go. Open. And back. And forward. Open. Turn. Turn. Gather. Thumb inside the fist. Bringing the prize home. Here we go. Getting rid of something. Anger, perhaps. Open. Turn. Gather. And come back. Finished there? Lower the hands, bring your feet together. And we'll do the last of the 8 brocade practice, which is highly beneficial. Brings us into the finish point. What we do here is no movement with the arms and hands and very little movement with the body. We're just going to lift up on our toes, high as we feel okay, and come down part way and then drop, thumping the heels on the floor. We're going to do that 6 more times. Up, inhale, down part way, drop. Let the breath out. Inhale, part way down. Release the breath. Inhale, settle and drop. In, settle and drop. Inhale, settle, drop. One more time. Inhale, settle down a little bit and good. Rest for a moment and just notice how you feel. Remember this. As we bring our hands back around in front of the lower dantian, one palm over the other, below the navel, between the pelvic bone. Between the pelvic bone and that navel. Placing the palm, placing the other on top. A little bit of a slight push, storing chi. Knowing that we've done good practice, we've done a good thing for ourselves, nourishing ourselves. Now we are nourishing our chi. Remember this. For you to say, I'll say it the way that I would. I am in chi, and chi is in me. I am in universal life force. And universal life force is in me. Okay, thanks for allowing me into your home. Thanks for going a couple minutes longer with me so we could wrap that up and finish it. One of the versions. All right, take care.
Thank you so much, as always, Stephen. Beautiful practice, and we so appreciate you and you lending your time and talents here to live practice. Much appreciated. Want to remind everyone that they can find not only Stephen's online offerings, but also those of others at our VPG, or virtual practice group list, that can be found at our website, which is healerwithinfoundation.org. You'll find the list under the practice group tab at the top of our homepage. If you've missed any of these live practice sessions, you can always catch up at our Facebook page, but you can now find us on YouTube as well. Simply search for Healer Within Foundation at YouTube, and be sure while you're there to subscribe to our channel. The more followers we have there and subscribers we have, it helps us to grow our footprint and ultimately helps us to get these practices into the lives of more individuals. So we'd appreciate your subscription. If you're leading an online practice group and wish to be added to our VPG list, or if you'd like to volunteer to lead one of these live practice sampler sessions, please let us know. You can either send us a message through Facebook or email us at admin@healerwithinfoundation.org, and we'll be happy to discuss those possibilities with you. Want to thank you all again for joining us today. Another special thanks to Stephen for leading the practice this afternoon, and we hope to see you all again soon. Until we do, may all be well. Thank you.